It's 1 minute till showtime.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. And now, on with the show.
Well, hello, everybody. My name is Jim. This is More Sunshine, Please, the Tuesday evening live stream. That's not me. Where am I? There I am. I have been away. Welcome in. We're just hanging out, having fun. We're here for about an hour, right? Okay, so coming up on the show, we'll play some games. I'm going to eat something, drink some coffee. I've got a top 15 list. You know this. But before we do any of that stuff, I want to celebrate the first 3 people that make their way into this chat or have made their way into the chat. And I like to award them with some phony Olympic medals. So, no. I didn't have a show last week. I am so confused right now. I need to do that first. That's it. All right, there we go. Now the music. Okay. To the comments. All right. Who's got the gold? It won't. Paul Eichenlaub with the gold medal. That was at 7:22. Was that today or yesterday? That was yesterday. Mark Langenkamp at 7:50 p.m. yesterday with the silver and what? No way. Ben at 9:30. Was that during PTV Live? I don't know. Congratulations, you 3. That was exciting. And then 4th place. Wow. My parents. Well, they've never made it this high on the leaderboard before. 4th place. I'm impressed. Thanks for playing. All right. Francisco, that's fun to say. 11:39 last night. Awesome. Here is Jamie. Late night or early morning. Thanks for playing. And Laura. Hi, guys. And there's Donna Jaworski this afternoon. Actually, almost noon. Season's greetings, Donna. Mr. Fulton Mraz, hello. Big news. Let me try to Marion County AT. We have won our second basketball game and made 40 rebounds, 40 passes, and 40 shots. That, my friend, that's Hall of Fame numbers. A 40-40-40? Are you kidding me? Well done. Timothy Rainwaters, hello to you. There's Mary Ellen. Good evening. Keith, BDF, how are you? Good to see you. I hope you're well. Kathy Hollister, hello to you. And it's Joey's World. Hello. And Mar in Memphis, always a pleasure. Thanks for hanging out with us, Mar. And Caitlin, make it blue. Still have the sound. How you doing, Caitlin? Good to see you. All right. And is that everybody? Meredith Farley, hello. Still scrolling. Wow, there's a lot going on here. And there's the rest of PTV, or a lot of PTV anyway. Well, Arnie, Doug, and still scrolling. I can't believe this. Wow, there's a lot of pre-game activity here. Actually, now it's during game. It's 7:02 here. I see. Well, it's 7:05, but that was at 7:02. All right. We're there. Wow, lots of back and forth. Arjons. Hello, Richard. And if I missed you, if I'm scrolling by too fast, I just can't believe how much there is on here. I don't usually get this. There's Movie Mania Nick. How you doing? Happy Tuesday to you. There's Noah. How you doing, Noah? Wow. Thanks, everybody. This is fun. Still scrolling. I can't believe this. When did I post this live stream? When did I schedule this? Was it a week ago? Anyway, I think I'm caught up. Thanks, everybody. Good to see you here. I didn't have a show last week. I had totally forgotten about conference night. I'm a teacher. We had a conference night at the beginning of the school year, or near the beginning. I had mentioned that for some reason this year we're having our conference nights, our quarterly conference nights, on Tuesdays, which kind of screws me up because I do my show on Tuesday evenings. So there'll be 4 throughout the school year, 4 shows I'm going to have to miss. And I didn't realize 2 weeks ago that last week would be a show I'd have to miss. So I didn't warn anybody, really, but I didn't even warn myself because I didn't know about it or forgot about it or something. But I teach an elective. I teach a couple of electives. Television production is one of them. And new this year, I'm teaching a customer service representative class. What's that? Basically, it's the TA class, the teaching assistant class. So kids sign in, and then they go to their workstations where they're a teaching assistant for a teacher or an office in the school. There is a curriculum for it having to do with customer service, but it's not much. It's not. It's not much of the class. Like, we meet about once a week to talk about that stuff. But that being said, I teach a couple of electives. I'm not the teacher that a lot of parents are clamoring to see, which I am A-okay with. And I saw 2 parents a week ago. And that is about average. Actually, it's at the top of the spectrum there as far as parents I see on conference nights. You know, now we have a lot of our excuse me. Excuse me. I have a horse in my throat. No, a lot of our classes, or all of our classes, are on we have a what's called Canvas, where we have a presence online where we can post assignments and grades and all of that stuff. My son has Canvas for his classes up at Florida State University. A lot of schools have this Canvas, is what it's called. So if teachers keep their grading up to date, it's no surprise to parents that how their child is doing in any class. So I'm seeing even fewer parents now than ever because of that. Arnie asks, why would they search you out at school when they could watch you every week right here? Well, I don't tell them I do this. I don't tell any of my students I do this. I don't want that hassle. I lead 2 separate lives. Hey, there's the Disney Nerd Herders. Nerd! More on them in a second. So where was I? Oh, okay. So conference night was a bust. Actually, it was awesome because I got some stuff done. Mr. Fulton Mraz asks, what did I bring for a snack today? I'll get to that. And I actually can't wait to get to it. I'm going to wait, but I don't want to wait. But I'm going to. Yeah, so I didn't have a show last week. And there'll be one more Tuesday this school year coming up in a couple months for the fourth quarter conference night, of which there'll be even fewer parents. Hello, Chris. How are you? All right, perhaps you've seen my T-shirt, my Detroit Tigers inspired T-shirt, and that's because spring training has started, and it is time to celebrate baseball being back. Yes, there it is.
We're all behind our baseball team. Go get 'em, Tigers.
I won't play the whole thing. Anyway, this Saturday, we will be seeing the Tigers in Lakeland, Florida, where the home of Tiger Town, where they've been having spring training since the 1930s. No, maybe 40s. Anyway, a long time. The city of Lakeland, Florida, has hosted a Major League Baseball team's spring training for longer than any city has had a relationship with their spring training team. Does that make sense? That was convoluted, but anyway, Tigers have been in Lakeland forever. And Lakeland is about a half hour from here. And a half hour the other way, the other side of Lakeland, are the Disney Nerders, Charlie and Stacy. And it was Charlie's idea to go to a spring training game together. So that's what we're doing this Saturday. My family, their family, we're going to meet at Joker Publix Field at Joker Marchant Stadium in Lakeland, Florida, and we'll be watching the Tigers play. I don't even know who they're playing. The Phillies, maybe? It doesn't matter. But it'll be awesome to see our friends. It'll be awesome to see the playoff. The Tigers won a playoff game. I don't know what you call them. Anyway, they were a playoff team last year. So things are looking up for them. Maybe I'll get some new merch. I don't know. The sky's the limit. But yes, indeed, should be a lot of fun. Our kids will be there, and it should be sunny but not too hot. I don't know though. The forecast has gotten a little bit warmer over the past couple days. So this weekend, it was supposed to be high in the 60s. Now I think it's high in the 70s, which might be perfect. But I always seem to get a sunburn when I go to a spring training game. I've got to learn. Anyway, that should be very cool, and looking forward to it. And thanks to Charlie for setting that up and finally making it happen. Thank you so much. All right. Now, Mr. Fulton Mraz asked about it. It is time for coffee and snacks. So let's do the coffee first.
Great coffee is easy, Mrs. Olson.
Coffee's for closers only.
I set high standards for myself. I set high standards for my coffee.
Picks you up, calms you down. It's the lifeblood that drives the dreams of champions.
Today's coffee, perhaps you've seen it over my shoulder back there. It is Tim Hortons coffee, Canada's own Tim Hortons, which I just watched a video. We've had Tim Hortons before, but I just watched a video recently with some coffee expert, and he was comparing store-bought coffees. It was like a blind taste test, and he liked Tim Hortons best. How about that? Anyway, if you're not familiar with Tim Hortons, I think I have a picture of a Tim Hortons. It's like, that's not it. What am I doing? 1 week off, and I don't know. I've forgotten how to do everything. Tim Hortons is like the Canadian Dunkin' Donuts. Am I right about that? They even have their own brand of or type of munchkin. They call them Timbits. Anyway, there are no Tim Hortons around my area, but I know they've infiltrated the United States. I know they have them in Michigan, and I know they're expanding. So Tim Hortons is invading the United States, and I couldn't be happier. Anyway, so we're drinking Tim Hortons medium roast coffee today. Here it is. It was BOGO a couple weeks ago at Publix, so it's Canada's favorite coffee. So that's the coffee I'm drinking, but I'm not done with coffee. I will also be eating coffee, so to speak. Mr. Fulton Braz, here it comes. Okay, my last show, I think it was my last show 2 weeks ago. I had mentioned, let me call it up. I had mentioned that I loved coffee nips, the candy, the hard coffee flavored candy that used to be available at Walgreens, and they were like $1.29 a box. And I would give them to my students, and they loved them. And when I was in high school, I had a teacher that would pass them out. That's not why I did it. It just happened that way. Anyway, so those are coffee nips. And then I had purchased a bag of Werther's little hard candies, and they were pretty good. They weren't coffee nip good, but they were pretty good. We can probably lose it. And then somebody in the chat, and I forget who, and I apologize because I want to give them credit. They had mentioned that they loved the Coffee Crisp candy bar, and I didn't know what that was, so I had to look it up. And here it is. It's a Canadian candy bar, Nestle's Coffee Crisp. It makes a nice light snack, I guess. Looks like it's wafers surrounded by chocolate and perhaps a thin layer of something or other in there. And first of all, I was sad I had never heard of this. And second of all, I was sad I had never eaten it before. And it's not like they sell them around here. That probably I'd have to go to Epcot to get one. I don't even know. I don't even know if they have them. At the Canada Pavilion. Maybe they do. They should. Okay, this makes sense. It was Mandy and or Mike that mentioned it. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Dean, welcome in. How are you? There's Surf Bum. How you doing, John? If you've joined us and I have missed you, welcome in. There's Rachel. Hi, Rachel. Okay, where was I? I'm delaying what I can't wait to do, which is anyway, I had to go to Amazon, and that's exactly what I did. And there it is. I have a Coffee Crisp candy bar. I actually bought 4 of them. It came in a 4-pack. Oh wait, it just jumped on me. Here we go. They have a Coffee Crisp waiting for a Taste of Canada, which is a segment on their live stream, which let me try it first, and I'll tell you how it is. It's right here. And, okay. All right. Original recipe. And apparently this has been around for at least 75 years, because when I looked for that image that I showed you, the ad, there were other things saying like 75th anniversary and what? You know, I grew up just across the bridge from Canada, and but it's a world away. Apparently, I was not familiar, but I am now. Here we go. Get the music. It is a nice light snack. Okay. Here's the deal. It is delicious, and I love it. I like it a lot. And I like the wafers. I like the chocolate. I like the hint of coffee. This is really nice. I'm sad that at 53 years old, this is my first taste of a coffee crisp candy bar, and they've been around longer than I have. So, rating out of 10, let me give it a 9 right now. PTV, I'm very curious what you have to say about it, but it's pretty good, and I like how light it is, but that's going to make me want to eat more. Does that make sense? I shouldn't have done that. So I'll give it a 9. It's no Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, but it is awesome. I'm so happy I paid $12 a bar for it. I'm kidding. I did not. It was, I think it was $9.99 for a 4-pack on Amazon. I might have that wrong. It might have been like $12.99. I didn't care. I just wanted it. Wait a minute. What? I'll bet. I can only imagine. Where do you get that? Or do I have to make it myself? Jay Nashville, hello. Thanks for being here. Yeah, that is fantastic. I like that a lot. What? Yeah, it's pretty good. But because it's so light, I feel like I could. I mean, I have 3 others waiting for me, and I feel like I could eat all of them and not feel guilty. And I know that's probably wrong, but that's how I feel right now. Full house. It is. Thanks for being here, everybody. This is, I take a week off and everybody misses Jim. That's sweet. Thank you. Here we go. All right. Tim Hortons and Coffee Crisp. Oh, Canada. Digging it. All right, let's take our first intermission. When we come back, perhaps we'll play our game. Of course we will. That's what we do here. I found this 30-second intermission featuring Bic lighters. This is, it's weird. It's kind of dull, but anyway, enjoy.
As soon as we can, let's flick our Bics.
That's all you ever want to do, but it's against the rules. And anyway, I'm hungry.
Now that you mention it, something to munch on will go great with the flick.
Just bring plenty of popcorn, soft drinks, and candy. Yum.
Are you sure that'll last you through the entire flick?
Maybe not. So order the large size of everything and get doubles.
Oh, gosh.
It's okay. The intermission's coming up. You won't miss a thing.
It's a wonder why those characters didn't take off. I see what they were doing there. It didn't quite work out. Bic lighters. Anyway, all right. Game time. Sorry, Man, you would think taking a week off would refresh me. Instead, I've forgotten everything. Here we go. Hey, let me see how many errors I make during this game. Chrono photo, we're going to be shown 5 pictures. We have to guess in which year each picture was taken. The closer we are to the correct answer, the more points we get. Correct answer is 1,000 points. Perfect game is 5,000. We've done that a couple of times. We're looking to do it again. We can guess anywhere from the year 1900 to last year, 2024, and that is the range in which we can guess. So let's make this happen. This is the first picture that popped up, and to me, it looks like it's a scene from a movie or TV show. Let me zoom in. I saw that looks like Elizabeth Montgomery to me. I don't know if it is. It's hard to tell. She's looking down. But if this is a scene from it looks more like a TV show to me. Maybe I'm wrong. And this is maybe post-Bewitched Elizabeth Montgomery, if that's her. So, and the way he's dressed, and his hair, and her collar, this screams mid-70s to me. Actually, could be anywhere in the 70s, any year. But this looks like a still from a program, movie or television program. If I zoom in, I don't know who he is. They've caught him mid sneeze, perhaps. Or I don't know what's going on. Maybe he's just talking. Or if she's taking notes, maybe she's a cop and she's interviewing him. When was Policewoman a show? This isn't Policewoman. I know that's not Angie Dickinson. But maybe this was inspired by that? But they are positioned to face a camera. Do you know what I mean? This looks like that. I would imagine that's what's going on here. Okay, so let me turn to the chat. All right. Our first guess, Mr. Fulton Rez is going to see Fraggle Rock. Is that a stage show or something? All right. Oh, Mary Ellen says this is Bobby Sherman. Now, I'll be honest. I've heard of Bobby Sherman, but I'm not that familiar with his body of work. Was he a teen heartthrob, Tiger Beat magazine sort of person? He wasn't in Grease, was he? That was somebody else. Let's see. I think our first guess is from Dean, who says 1969. Okay. Scrolling down, I see 1970. Donna asks, is that the Bionic Woman? Lindsay Wagner. Oh, that's a good call. I don't know. It could be. The same hair, right? Same time? Like, she wore collars like that, right? Noah says 1970. Donna, 76. We have a 75. 68. 73. Okay. 69. Early 70s, says Mark. 73. 71. 74. Is that Bobby Goldsboro? I don't know who that is. No, I don't know. We have a 1972, 73. Bobby Sherman. We believe this is Bobby Sherman. 1975. Wait, where did it go? We just lost it. There we are. All right. 72. 73. Another 73. 79. 71. Nick in Virginia, welcome in. Okay, so early 70s, because we got some guesses with the 60s. And some 60s. We're up. We've gone all the way to 75 and 79, 71, 72, 73. What do I do? I'm going to go with the last guess, 71. That's the last one I see. I'm going 1971. And I hit the submit button, and we get ready to celebrate. Hey! Well played, everybody. Thank you, Nick in Virginia. All right, we're off to a great start. Here's our next picture. Oh, this could have been taken last month. It is, wow. That's a California license plate, right? It sure is. Plates on the front. Is that a thing in California? Must be. So that's a Chevy Tahoe driven by this guy. Sir, you might want to drive. You might want to leave. You can't park here. But anybody know what year that vehicle is? I couldn't tell on the license plate. I couldn't see a year or make it out anyway. Certainly not. Or on the other one, which is even further away. But that's it. We've got some cars. Some flames. But it can't be last month because the earliest we can guess is 2024. So let me bring that back there. So 2024? I don't know. I'm thinking yes. There is a passenger in the car, which certainly looks like taking video or pictures with a smartphone. Do you see it in the windshield? But we knew that. We knew it was just within the last few years, I would imagine. This car, that's kind of a cool picture. Like it's, they paint flames on cars. This is causing real flames because it's that fast. It's like the Back to the Future vehicle. It looks like a toasted marshmallow. I'm just trying to put a positive spin on a horrible situation. Let me turn to the chat. All right, let me go back here. And I think our first guess is 2018. We have a 2021, 22, 18. California plates. 2017, 2018, another 2018, 2019, another 2018, 21, 22, a couple of 2020s in a row. 3 of them, in fact. 2013. I cannot see what kind of phone. It just looked like a dark rectangle to me. But that's good thinking. 2018. 22. 2018. Okay, so did I just say queso? I didn't mean to. So a lot of 2018s, some 2020s as well. PTV is in California, and they say 2018. What did Ben say? 2018. Okay, that settles it. 2018, I'm going with it. And so I'll move that there. And survey says, hey, 2021, who said that? My mom did. What? You put your guess in too late. I didn't see it. Laura had it. Mark Langenkamp had it. Great guessing, you guys. Still pretty good guess, 2018. That's pretty close. We're at 1,777 points. Let's go to our third picture. And is this a college campus, perhaps? Those look like they're dorms. I could be wrong. I'm going to need to do some zooming in. And immediately I'll do it on this banner I see in front. ACE, AFSCME, AFL-CIO, local 2250. Prince George County school employees in Maryland. Okay, Arjons. Any clue? What is going on? These are a bunch of different unions. Glass Bottle Blowers Association. Local 200. I see a UAW banner, a couple of them. Solidarity. Oh, I thought that was a year for a second, but I believe it's probably another local, another number. Annapolis, again, we're in Maryland, I believe. So, what is this event? Why are they gathered? What else am I missing here? Okay, who's up front here? Who's addressing the crowd? And how are they dressed? It looks like it could be the 80s. Nobody has a phone. I see a lot of windbreakers. Am I all the way to the right? I am. Okay. So a protest or strike in Maryland, or maybe this is maybe they went to Washington. I don't know. This doesn't look familiar to me. I don't know where this is. What's back here? All right. Oh, let me. This looks 80s to me. Morgan State. All right, let me zoom out. Let me look at the chat. All right. Oh, too far. I think our first guess is from Dean, who says 2250. I'm just going to stop you right there, Dean. I'm not sure that that's correct. Yeah, Union Gathering. This one's tough, but there are clues. I think John says 1970. I think that's our first guess. 69. We have a 66. 82. 83. 68. 74. 84. Wow. 87. 81. 79. 88. 80. Maybe it is 2250. 63. I remember in history lesson there's some Maryland protest about civil rights. This somehow looks familiar to me. I think that's different. I think it's a different gathering, but I like your thought process. This appears to be labor union centric as opposed to civil rights. That's what I'm gathering from this. Let's see. What did my mom say? She nailed the previous one. Nothing. She's going to wait till it's too late again. Man. What do I do? I'm going to say 82. I'm going to say 1982. I believe it's the 80s. That's my thought, and I kind of like the early 80s. Let's see. Survey says. Oh my goodness! I saw Jamie's guess, Jamie and Charlie, back to back, 82, 83. I wanted to go a little bit earlier, so I went 82. Fantastic guessing. And thank you for helping me out. Another 1,000 points. That's 2 out of 3. Let's go to the next one. Uh-oh. What is going on here? Okay. So, I don't want to zoom in. Oh, what the heck. All right. What is going on? Perhaps this is another television show? Isn't there a show called Kim's Cleaners or something like that? And it's Canadian. This is a very Canadian show today. It's and isn't it about a Korean family, and they own do they own a laundromat called Kim's Cleaners? Maybe I'm wrong about that. I've never seen it, but I saw my wife watching it once. I think I might be onto something there. So let's say that this is part of a TV show called Kim's Cleaners. Is that RuPaul? I don't know. I can't tell. Is this Canada? It's a cleaner and video rental store. Same day shirts. What kind of phone is that? I can't tell. I can't zoom in too much. All of these ads, well, not all of these ads, the signs in the window are like signs I've never seen before. Laundromat next to a dry cleaners? Sure. What does that sign say? No area codes for the phone numbers on the signs. I've noticed that. So that's kind of old. So maybe this isn't that Kim's Cleaners show. I don't even know. Oh, Kim's Convenience. Thank you. I knew I was close. Kim's Convenience, but they owned a store, right? Oh yeah, there's Charlie, there's Jamie. Kim's Convenience 2021. Is this it, or are you just telling me that's when that show was out? All right. Screaming 90s. Okay. It was the 90s where there was a giant push for new area codes. Like 94, I remember, was that first expansion of area codes because there were more mobile phones and fax machines, and they needed more numbers. So they added more area codes. And I remember in the Detroit area, which was always 313, the first addition to that was the 248 area code, which was mostly Oakland County. And I remember somebody had a shirt that said, what did it say? The area code was 248, and it had something to do. They were going to roll it out on I want to say February 48th, but that doesn't make sense. So I don't know what I'm thinking of. On the 24th of August. No, yeah, that would be 248. I don't know anymore. All right, let me see what your guesses are. Is that an old firehouse there? Post no bills. This is weird. Oh, wait, what's this car? A 6000 LE? That looks like an old 80s bumper to me. Does anybody recognize the automobile? I should have done this sooner. I was too busy talking about the 248 area code. Do I have that right? Or is it? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anymore. Doesn't matter. Okay. We have guesses coming in. Let's see. 87. A couple of 87s. We've got another 87. It is RuPaul? Okay. 88. 90. 90 is when he had his big hit song. Work It. Supermodel. That one. '87, '94, '87 again. A lot of '87s. Charlie doesn't think it's the show. Funny show, though. 1990, we have an 89. 92, another 87. 88. Is that a Pontiac? It is a Pontiac. A 1988 Pontiac, perhaps. Okay. Caitlin, thanks for being here. Hope you're doing well and continue to do great. Good luck with your work. See you soon. Mark says by the bumper, the Pontiac is an 85, perhaps. So 87 might make sense. All right, yeah. 87. Let's go 87. 1987. Survey says. Ooh, what? 92. Charlie said 92. Good guessing, Charlie. Or did you know that? How did you know that? Noah said 92. Noah always gets them right. Suspiciously. No. Let's move on. Final picture. I don't know if these are people of note. Are these famous people, or are these just ladies on a bench? Guy drinking coffee. Tim Hortons coffee. This looks 80s. Well, look at his wide pants. Late 70s, early 80s. That's what that is. Looks like those pants were once hemmed and they were let down. I don't know. Adidas. All right. Let's see. They don't look familiar. I want to say for every picture, I think this might be a TV show, but I don't think that's the case. Though it might be. Where are they, by the way? Am I zoomed out all the way? I am. Okay, so they're on some multi-level community public area. Looks like there might be tables and chairs down there with umbrellas. New York City, I'm guessing. I don't know. Or is that cup of soup from Dollar Tree? This one's difficult, but not impossible. I think we can figure it out. Let me turn to the chat. If I had to guess. 1980. I would say that. Just with that guy's pants. It wasn't too far into the 80s where bell bottoms became what's the word I'm looking for? Unfashionable, for lack of a better term. And downright subject of ridicule. So I'm going to say 1980, but I want to see what you guys have to say, of course. And I think our first guess is 85. Mark says, I think mid-70s. Oh, we've got a 77, 78, 75, 78, 84. 79. Okay, so most of you are guessing a bit earlier than I was thinking, but not too far off. Let's see, 85, 77, 74. I did notice that, Kane. I forgot to mention it. 74. Not that it might help us guess when the picture was taken. 74, 79, 75. So maybe, let's see. Charlie said 77, and he did kind of earn another guess. I like that guess, though. 77 works for me. And he wasn't the only one that said that. I see Laura there. But we have a number of 78s as well. A couple. 77. A couple of 75s as well. And 74. Man. So do I go a bit earlier? I'm going to go 77. I'm going to go 77 and blame Charlie if it's terribly wrong. Here we go. Survey says 1980. That's what I said. Oh. Sometimes even a blind squirrel finds a nut. I had no idea. Anyway, what did we get? What did we end up with? Over 4,000 points. That's always pretty good. 4,194 points. I had fun playing that. I hope you did too. I've got another intermission right here. When we come back, I've got a top 15 list. I'll get through quickly because it's almost 8 o'clock. But I will see you in 44 seconds. Straight from the candy factory. All right, everybody. A few weeks ago, I had a top 15 list where I counted down 15 movies with a day in the week in the title of the movie. Well, I thought we'd do months this time. So I've got 12 movies and 3 extras. So we'll get to that. I'm going to do this fast. I won't belabor the point because I haven't seen most of these movies. I think I've seen 2 of them, 2 of the movies on this list. So let's start with, let me make sure I have it right. I'm learning. All right, number 15. We'll start with January. This is 1998's The January Man, starring, I can't even see that, Kevin Kline, maybe Susan Sarandon. I can't see the words on the poster, and other people. 2 years after being forced out of the New York Police Department, quirky Nick Starkey is rehired by the mayor to help catch a serial killer after 11 women are murdered in the city. Why am I laughing at murder? I'm not. I'm laughing because I can't read. I have a mouthful of coffee crisp candy bar. That's my problem. All right, let's move to February, number 14 on the list. Summer in February from 2013. A true tale of love, liberty, and scandal amongst the Edwardian artists' colony in Cornwall in 1914. That stars Dominic Cooper, who Marvel fans know as a young Howard Stark, right? Awesome. Okay, yeah. I haven't seen either one of those movies, nor have I seen the movie at number 13, March. There were a bunch of movies with March in the title. A lot of them were about marches, or the march at wherever. But this one is actually the month March. It is from 2011, The Ides of March. This stars George Clooney, Ryan Gosling, Paul Giamatti, Marissa Tomei, Jeffrey Wright. I'm just reading the names on the top of the poster. Philip Seymour Hoffman. I haven't seen this one either. Let's see what it's about. A campaign press secretary becomes involved in a scandal that threatens his candidate's election chances. The name Ides of March, of course, from the famous line from Julius Caesar. I haven't seen this, but I recognized the poster, and I always found that intriguing. I thought it was well done, the way they split the faces of the 2 characters, one being on the magazine, and it's being held up to the other person's face, and it kind of blends in. I thought that was always thought that was kind of neat, but I've never seen the movie. All right. We are at number 12. This is April, and this is the first movie on the list I saw back in 1986. I could have gone Enchanted April, but I've never seen that one. But I have seen this one. Saw it when I was a kid. This is kind of a slasher movie. It's sort of a different take on it, though. It's called April Fool's Day from 1986. 9 college students staying at a friend's remote island mansion, as they often do, begin to fall victim to an unseen murderer over the April Fool's Day weekend. But nothing is as it seems. Now, I'm not a big horror movie person, but, as a kid, I was kind of interested. And I remember watching that. I've seen it one time, and I thought the girls in it were pretty, and I liked that it was kind of, if I remember correctly, lighthearted, sort of. Like there were these murders like in the Friday the 13th movies, but if I remember, it's April Fool's Day. You've got to remember that. So nothing is as it seems. And I thought maybe this movie, being a slasher movie, was maybe a cut above the others, but certainly hasn't become the iconic movies that say Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street have become, for example, Halloween. But I remember liking it. But I haven't seen it since 1986. We are at number 11. That is May. 7 Days in May from 1964. United States military leaders plot to overthrow the president because he supports a nuclear disarmament treaty and they fear a Soviet sneak attack. Starring Burt Lancaster, Kirk Douglas, Frederick March, hey, another month, and Ava Gardner. All right. Number 10 is June. And from 1948, we have June Bride, starring Betty Davis and Robert Montgomery. Was that Elizabeth Montgomery in that picture? I don't know. Back to this. A magazine's staff, including bickering ex-lovers Linda and Carrie, cover an Indiana wedding, which goes slightly wrong. This is a what they call screwball comedy. And when I think comedy, I think Betty Davis. All right. Next, we've got July. Here's another movie I did see. I remember seeing this, and it's heavy. It was a heavy movie. Born on the 4th of July with Tom Cruise, directed by Oliver Stone. This is the biography of Ron Kovic. Paralyzed in the Vietnam War, he becomes an anti-war and pro-human rights political activist after feeling betrayed by the country for which he fought. And I remember a college instructor of mine said that he went to see it, and like after a while, I was like, I don't need this. Like, I remember him. Like I thought, oh, it's a pretty good movie, and then he was like, oh, he didn't like being lectured to. I think. Funny coming from a college professor. All right, where are we? Number 8. August. Back to movies I haven't seen. This is called August Rush from 2007. A musically gifted orphan, Evan, runs away from his orphanage and searches New York City for his birth parents. On his journey, he's taken under the wing of the Wizard, a homeless man who lives in an abandoned theater. This stars, Freddie Hightower, is that his name? Kerry Russell, and Robin Williams. I think Robin Williams maybe plays the homeless man, the wizard? Or am I thinking of that Terry Gilliam movie? Maybe I am. Okay. That I can't remember the name of. All right, number 7, The Last September from 1999. Set in the early 1920s, Anglo-Irish landowners Sir Richard and Lady Myra Naylor reside in their country estate with their high-spirited niece Lois and their nephew Lawrence during the twilight of British rule in Southern Ireland. Lois is being courted by a British officer stationed in Ireland during the Irish War of Independence. The arrival of Marda Norton causes an upheaval amongst all in the house, as does an escaped commander of the Irish Volunteers, who is on the run from local British soldiers and police. That was a mouthful. I believe this is based on a book, a novel from the turn of the century. I might be wrong about that. I think it's based on a book, but it stars Dame Maggie Smith, Dumbledore number 2, Michael Gambon, and who else? Fiona Shaw. Let's just say that. All right. I hadn't seen that. Never heard of it, frankly. Number 6, we are at October, and one I should have seen but never have. The Hunt for Red October. In November 1984, the Soviet Union's best submarine captain violates orders and heads for the U.S. in a new undetectable sub. The CIA and U.S. military must quickly determine, is he trying to defect or to start a war? And that's Sean Connery and Alec Baldwin star in that. James Earl Jones is in that, and I just haven't seen it ever. But I think it's good. It's good, right? Number 5, we are at November. Oh, I got to turn the page. There we go. This one's called Sweet November from 2001. Starring Keanu Reeves and Charlize Theron. I don't know how to say her last name. I think that's how you do it. A workaholic executive and an unconventional woman agree to a personal relationship for a short period. In this short period, she changes his life. I thought I had to look that one up because it came out in 2001, and I thought, did the events of 9/11 prevent that from becoming a bigger movie? And as it turns out, that movie came out in February of that year. So no, it just didn't do well. Okay, we're at December. We're at number 4 on the list. December is a movie called December Boys, starring Daniel Radcliffe. Yes, another Harry Potter reference in a list of movies where there is no Harry Potter movie. A workaholic executive. No, sorry, I just read that. One summer, 4 orphan boys who have grown to be the closest of friends find themselves competing for the attention of the same family. From 2007. I haven't seen it. Okay, so I went through January through December. I still have 3 places on my list. So what do? Well, I go to movies with multiple months in their title. And there are a bunch of them. I had to whittle it down to 3 movies I've never seen or frankly heard of. But here we go. Number 3 on the list is a movie called May December, starring Julianne Moore and Natalie Portman. This is from 2023, 20 years after their notorious tabloid romance gripped the nation. A married couple buckles under pressure when an actress arrives to do research for a film about their past. It is, I understand it's intensely compelling. Okay, number 2 is a funny one. I think I could have put other ones on here, but this one tickled my funny bone a little bit. It's a sequel to a movie I've never heard of. I think it's very low budget. I'm not even sure it's American. It could be from somewhere else. It is a movie called October Moon 2, November Sun. 2 years after their loved ones were murdered, oh boy, in obsessive rage, the survivors are dragged into a horrific psychological breakdown and blood-soaked plan for revenge. So, I'm guessing October Moon 1 was a horror movie, slasher movie, and this is the sequel, and it's just a funny title to me. First of all, October Moon 2, nobody's ever heard of 1, and yeah, so that was weird. Okay, so number 1 on the list is actually a movie that has 3 months in the title. Here it is. It's a Dutch movie, which is why we've never heard of it. Maybe you have. I don't know. From 2019, this movie is called April, May, and June. It's actually Dutch, so the real movie title is there on the poster. April, May, en June. 3 estranged half-sisters attempt to rekindle their feeble bond with their dying mother. When their 3 estranged half-sisters attempt to rekindle their feeble bond when their dying mother implores them to take up the care for their socially challenged brother. There was actually another movie with April, May, and June in the title, but this one was more recent. It's from 2019. It's probably on Netflix, right? And there were a few other movies that you've never heard of with 3 months in the title, but that was it. That is the top 15 list, and that's my show. Next week, I can't believe this, is my Fat Tuesday show, my annual Fat Tuesday show, celebrating Shrove Tuesday. I might have a king cake. Probably not, though. I already had one of those. We'll listen to jazz music. We'll throw beads. Maybe punchkis if Publix sells punchkis this year. They always have. So I'll probably do that. Anyway, it's an annual thing because my show's on Tuesday and Fat Tuesday, as it happens on a Tuesday. So I'll be celebrating Fat Tuesday next week. I think it's next week. I'm 85% certain that Fat Tuesday is next week. So if it is, I'll be celebrating it. If it's not next week, I'll just have a normal show. But until then, I want to thank you all for being here. We had a pretty good crowd today. I'll see you next week and around the YouTube chats. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.